Here it is, you guys. Haven't done a video on that. It's my new truck, Mitsubishi Mighty Max. Super stoked to make some videos on that. Alright guys, finally back in the garage working on the Mighty Max. I'll probably pick up this video wherever it ended. I'll show you guys a clip on how not to change out these U-joints. I destroyed it. I screwed it up. I had to take it to a shop. Huge thanks to Jonathan's group at Friendly Automotive. If you're in Tucson, Arizona, I highly recommend those guys. Those guys help me out a lot. They're one of 3 shops that I trust here in Tucson. But now we're back to it. I also did destroy a transmission rear main seal. So I ordered 3. I have one more in the house. Here goes one of them. Now this one looks more like the one that I removed. So if you're going to replace it, I'd recommend this one. Hopefully you guys can see the part number. I got it from Rock Auto. At AutoZone, they wanted $17 for one. I don't know which style it was. I bought 3 for $17 off Rock Auto plus shipping. Wasn't very much. This is the one that looks like the one that I removed. So let's throw that sucker on. The U-joints are changed, both rear and fronts now. Again, thank you, Jonathan, and your shop at Friendly Automotive. Your crew took care of me. I appreciate it. Now, let's get under the sucker, put the drive shaft. Well, first we'll put this guy on, put the drive shaft back on, bolt it up, fill the transmission with fluid. I want to change the oil. This motor has less than 1,000 miles on it. My friend freshly rebuilt it. So I want to do an oil change on it. And it's ready to rip. The first video you guys seen on this truck is it running and stuff, and then I'll probably upload this video after that. But let's go ahead and get this done. And then I also still gotta get the Hks Blow Off valve on it, which is right there. And you guys can tell the Integra's out of the garage. I've been driving it. 2 little things I still gotta do on it, which I'll save that for that video. But yeah, I think I've decided to, when I'm working on something, leave 1 car in the garage instead of trying to fit 2 and working around it. This is much easier. The space is very nice. Love this garage. And let's get started. Alright guys, hopefully you guys can see. Lighting might be a little weird. I used a 36mm socket and I gently tapped it. Now, when you tap it, you'll have one hand on the seal, right back here, 1 finger, okay? So when you're tapping it, you can kind of feel the seal with your 1 finger, and you'll see it you'll feel it sink in. If you feel like it catches the lip, stop, get the seal out, check it, see if it's still good, and if it's still good, do it again. But it is in there. It's nice and sealed. And now we're ready to put the drive shaft back on. So yes, I know that's not safe, but I trust this jack. Very good jack I have. But yeah, let's go ahead, get the drive shaft in, and move on to the next step. All right, I got the drive shaft bolted back up. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I would tighten one up, do the opposite end, and then I'd do the opposite ends again. What I did do though, I had the e-brake off, tighten it as tight as I can, put the e-brake on, tighten the nut as tight as I can. So, yeah. The one thing I can't remember is if these two were flipped. If the bolt's supposed to be on this side and the nut's on this end. I don't know, I can't remember. Looks like I may have done it backwards, but I guess we'll find out. But yeah, that's all done. Now, let's go underneath the car. Don't forget, you have this in your way. I fed the drive shaft down and then I slid the yoke on. But I did put the drain plug back on. Check out this crusty ground and this ground. Remember, I do make grounding kits, and I will get around to making a grounding kit for this chassis. And I'll tell you right now, I'd probably just keep this one here and leave these. Chassis to chassis basically does nothing, in my opinion and in my experience, if you're able to see. So when I make a kit, it'll go from transmission to here. But that'll be for later. And as far as this, drain plug's on. I used a pretty big socket. It was a, let's see, a 15/16 socket to get this guy on here. And I believe that is the fill. So I'm gonna get that off and get my setup ready and start pumping in some, Pennzoil synchro mesh, I believe is what I bought for it. And I've used it on my other cars and I like it when I can't afford the very expensive stuff. Multool, I think it's called, is what I usually like to use on the Galant. But with how many transmission that car is broken, I am sticking to the cheap stuff for now until I get a dog box. But for this one, this transmission is probably going to blow up. So I'm hoping the synchro mesh Pennzoil helps it a little bit. But yeah, let me get my setup. Let me figure out what socket that is. And I am going to go ahead and start filling this up. All right, guys, I filled it up. So that bolt is a 17 millimeter. I've already done it. I kept this Multool quart container, and I put my Pennzoil synchro mesh in it, and I have a Harbor Freight hand pump. So that's the way I fill up the transmission. I may have a video on one of the other cars, either the Integra or the Galant, doing this. So if you want to see exactly how I do it, post in the comments and I'll give you the link. I'll find which video I've used that stuff in. Next, I don't need to show you guys. I'm gonna drain the oil. I just realized I forgot to get oil filter. I guess maybe I'll just run this oil filter again, as long as the oil looks clean. But yeah, drain the oil. Fill it back up. Maybe I'll do the blow off valve real fast. I think I'll do that real fast. Well, it's all buttoned up, guys. I didn't get to the oil change. I figured I might as well get a filter, an oil filter before I do. That HKS C clip, snap ring, whatever you want to call it, is a pain. I don't know if I have it on there all the way. I think I do. I think I have 3/4 of it on for sure, and the other quarter, I don't think I have it on right. So if I blow it off again, I will lose the blow-off valve and have to get a new one, or it will hang like it did last time. I gotta cut that. It'll hang and I'm gonna get it welded. I'll ask my friend to weld it. But got the Integra started out there. That's what you guys hear idling. I am going to get this guy out of the garage, but guess I could give you guys a good old startup. So guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, share. More videos of the Mighty Max to come. I've been using the battery to help jump the Integra. So let's see. There it is, guys. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, more videos to come. This thing's a freaking beast. It is so sick. Thank you, guys. No more Sentra. She gone.